Hello, I am Aaron Jacob Levy, and the Bible says, I can't die until I find a righteous woman to have a worthy son and heir to carry on my name and serve God in the temple in Jerusalem when they are of age. Yes, that's good enough, close enough for government work. And this video is made as an act of celebration for all of those who are going to live and witness the joy and beauty and glory of the redemption that we are experiencing now. Because we're living in a generation where all of those misguided idiots who thought they could get away with defying the will of God, it's just us now, thank God, No more of that. Can't do it. In the age of absolutely recorded everything, it's really hard for people to believe any other reason that you tried to write people out of history other than that, like, oh yeah, you're pure and unspeakable evil. Like, yeah, like they were right there next to you in the room. Because see, in this age right now, people who occupy any sort of position of authority don't just go around saying they do terrible things and afflicting people all the time. No one anywhere in the world. There's no major leader of any nation in this world today that just goes around saying, of course I have the ability to do as the ancient, dictators and cruel. Yeah, we just openly practice cruelty here, obviously. No, they say that they're your buddy and your friend and do all these great things. And, as humans, are just all these weird systems of manipulations and all this stuff. And we don't need to go into all that because it's just not anymore. It's just not. Can't do it. Can't play those games. Those games are over. Those games are over. And I told you, all of you, who thought you'd get away with the things you did to me and my family, way before. But you were told by the same people who educated me, weren't you? Did you really not pay attention to any of it? So, that's that. People want to live. People want infrastructure and food and water and Maslow's hierarchy of needs sorts of things, fundamental connections spiritually. That's the things that people wish to have, fundamental connections spiritually. And when you claim to lead human beings, you present yourself to offer that. Why it ever existed that we had these, I don't know. I don't care. Honestly, in medicine, there are some ways that you can treat a patient where you can just, perform a simple procedure and you don't have to worry about the, what was wrong with them as much, to put real simple terms. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can, cut off like a little something on the skin that's been there for a while, maybe someone has a freckle or something like that, and it starts to look like it's becoming affected by the sun, and you can go in and simple little dermatology, whatever treatment, takes it right out. And maybe you need to understand completely what was happening with the body and the thing that caused that in order to perform the healing. So that's basically it. I don't really know completely or want to understand what created that condition or what made those people. You look at their deeds, their behaviors, and things that they cause, war, affliction, poverty, strife, people on the streets. It's just madness. It's madness. You have an overbuilt, overconstructed domestic environment and people on the street. It's pure insanity. Pure insanity. There's more constructed space than people need, and people are sleeping out on the streets. We're producing more food than we can eat to throw away. And that's been the course of my life. Watching tons of food thrown away every day in this country, and I, the most highly productive person, can't select my own food product the majority of my 41 years here. And I know I'm broadcasting or whatever I find, I don't know if people are watching or not, it doesn't matter, it's irrelevant to me. I simply know that I have all the things that I've witnessed, and I know that I am living in that time now. And because specifically of in my life, having dealt with these occupants of the White House and people who thought they sat in palaces and could just, write me out of the history of my own life. I make a Newtonian engine, invent an interactive casino game, and they think that they can just hide that from the eyes of the world because they occupy some social position. And then when everyone turns and looks at them and says, hey, wait a minute, this guy exists and he made these things. So why wasn't this discussed by you? They have no excuse. It's like asking them, hey, why has there been all this human trafficking in this country? See, we don't ever have to deal with them ever again. When the citizens of the United States of America turn to those who have occupied those positions of authority and ask them those questions, well, then we don't ever have individuals like that occupying those positions ever, ever, ever again. Thank the God of Israel. Shalom. Say some prayers. I'm happy to be alive and grateful to be in this time. So, that's it. Baruch Hashem.